for I am none other than the handsome and talented Lorenz Hellman Gloucester. Well, I suppose Wait, why are you reading my poetry? Where did you even get that? Tell me something, Hilda. Did you make all of these ludicrous requests of me purely so that I might have the opportunity to develop myself? Because if so, I am deeply moved. Thank you for caring so thoughtfully and passionately for my personal growth.
You're welcome.
A fresh and fruity aroma. Oh, yes, this is my kind of tea. What? Ridiculous! Dinner invitations for me a problem? The very idea. I am a perfect gentleman, the son of a noble line. I've a wit like a rapier, and it takes but a glance to see that I'm gorgeous. I've not much experience with cooking, but I'm sure to be flawless. How hard could it be? I have a firm idea of the end result, but the process is another matter entirely. With each of your foes that I vanquish, I shall only become ever stronger. Yes, leave it all to me.
What a guy. And all I had to do was ask.
What do you say? Shall we arrange a transfer? Beg pardon? I thought I just heard you decline my offer. Perhaps I simply misheard. What? You're serious? Disgraceful. Spurning me will have consequences, you know.
What's wrong? Can't stomach being paired up with a commoner?
Not at all, but I am concerned about what you will make me do.
We did well, didn't we? Lorenz did a great job.
It was just as I'd feared. Let us discuss it no further. Alas, I am the only one with eyes. Exquisite, simply masterful. When is the wedding? Please, just forget you ever saw it. I beg you.
I'm afraid I could never forget that peek into the darkness of your soul. Nor would I want to.
Then at the very least, would you kindly promise not to mention it to anyone else? How dare you? That's my... Oh no. No, no, no! Not even if you scoured all Fodlan could you find a partner more worthy of you. Or my name isn't Lorenz Hellman Gloucester.
Ha! Maybe you have a secret poetry collection of your own hidden somewhere.
That's absurd. Where did you hear that?
Verdant rains soothe my aching heart like a cherished friend. Amid time's flow I mourn, bonds I'm not sure I can ever rend. As my mind clings to desperate thoughts, here it comes, horsebow moon and summer's end.
Oh, that's my poem. The ladies have complained? To you? About me? Preposterous. There must be some mistake.
Your problem, and I may have told you this before, at least twice, your problem is you're pretentious.
That's rich coming from you. You are quite right. In fact, that reminds me of something a boy once said to me when I visited a village on my family's territory. He actually asked me if I had a tail. Hilarious. There's an idea. Perhaps in the future you will join my retinue as my personal painter. Wait, have we not discussed this arrangement already? I had decided to take you into my service as a knight, had I not?
Becoming a knight was my father's idea. Being an artist is out of the question, I'm afraid.
So you've said. Well then, I suppose you shall simply have to become a knight who also paints.
A knight who also paints?
Though the circumstances of birth may have placed one of us in the Empire and the other in the Alliance, we can still study and fight together.
Yes, precisely. Together, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. By the way, Lorenz, do you have a tail?
Something appears to be wrong with my throat. Her voice is every bit as fine as you might expect from the former leader of the Middle Franc troop. Oh, if it weren't for her drinking and her woefully inadequate manners, she would fit right in with high society. Wait a minute.
If you really want to get to know someone, All you have to do is share a meal with them.
Quite the contrary, unfortunately. It seems the more time I spend eating with you, the less likely we are to become friends. That is precisely what being friends with you has helped me to understand. In fact, I've begun somewhat to think of you as rather something more.
Huh? Sorry, what did you say?
I said, I hope we'll always give each other support. I intend to set things right. And once I expose you for the fraud you are and reclaim my rightful place, that is precisely what I will do. That's quite enough!
Oh, that's absolutely adorable. So bashful. I simply must hear more of his poetry sometime soon.
Come on, have some of mine. You need it more than I do.
You offer me half-eaten scraps? The nerve!
That's all well and good, but those vitamin-packed sweets you brought tasted weird.
If you want a healthy body, then you need to start with what you eat.
You have a point, but those health sweets are gross.
I sent for the finest in wholesome, healthy treats for you. I asked only for the very sweetest.
You're funny, Lorenz.
There, that's what I mean. Your beauty is always captivated, but that smile truly warms my heart.
This is the first time I've smiled in so long, and I have your kindness to thank for that.
As I've said, you are perfect just as you are. But I suppose I can take a little credit. You'd expected this all along? Am I that predictable? I'd hoped to surprise you. I cannot believe I've made such a terrible blunder.
What would happen if you fell in love with a commoner?
Nothing at all. I accept the role that I must play, and any sacrifice that must accompany it.
So, your duty as a noble is more important than your own feelings.
Naturally.
If that's true, then your whole existence is rather sad.
I am afraid you misunderstand. This is my choice. There is no cause for pity. You found it so easy to give up on me? Truly? This war has changed my mind on a great many things, you know. I've given it all a lot of thought.
I like seeing you flustered, you know that? It makes joking with you so much more fun.
Joking?
Yes, joking. It used to be my job to pluck at people's heartstrings, remember? And I'm much better at it than you are. Admit it, Sir Lorenz.
I concede defeat. Is it that you suppose it is proper for a noble to bolster a town's wealth with his patronage? If that is your thinking, then I would counter that whatever one adds to a merchant's coffers seldom makes it to the pockets of the townsfolk. I think that if a noble wishes to use his resources to ease the burdens of the commoners, he ought to go about town and spend it more directly.
That is wonderfully insightful, Lorenz. Albeit not what I had in mind.
I am afraid you have completely misunderstood.
Oh, have I? Do explain.
If noble status were my only priority, then I could be married 100 times over by now. But birthright is not sufficient for me. I am not looking merely for an accessory. Marriage is a relationship of mutual respect, support, and trust. If my wife and I are of the same mind and of the same worth, then together we can achieve anything. That is why I make overtures to so many ladies. I am in search of an ideal.
I've been keeping this from you for a while. It's about my crest. It's just terrible.
Please, that's quite enough.
Oh.
You're trembling. If uttering this secret hurts you, then I have no desire to hear it. I yield. Though I will not beg for my life. That would be unbecoming, wouldn't it? You're inviting me to join you? But to abandon House Gloucester? No, I can convince my father. I will help you topple the Empire, I swear it. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am? Acheron! What a pleasant surprise! I was concerned I might have to kill someone decent.
House Gloucester is already finished. I've already taken control of your land.
That's quite enough of your spinning, Weathervane. Time for you to die. In a hurry to die, are you?
If only I had joined the Empire sooner.
Your smile is a greater gift to me than any truth. Whatever you have hitherto concealed, I am certain it is essential to you, and I do wish to know it. But not until the day arrives when you can tell me with a smile on your face. Since then, I have worked tirelessly to improve, to become a man truly worthy of you. What do you think? Have I finally managed it? I was. Observing you all this time, I believe I've realized what is so striking about you. Your beauty comes from the heart. It is an inner beauty. It is not some flamboyant pageantry, a product of external adornment or grooming. When I first noticed it, I thought that it could use some refinement, a little polish. But I was mistaken. You are perfect in your natural state, just as you are. Now that the war is finally over, it seems I am able to resume my search for a suitable wife. Just one. Pedigree and status are no longer priorities for me. I now know that what matters most is the worth of an individual's soul.
Well, well. I guess I shouldn't take Lawrence of the famous House Gloucester so lightly. Really, though. Don't you go dying on me either, Lawrence. We're going to need men like you in the age to come.
The same to you, Claude. A world without you would be ever so dull.